welcome back to Pink's Garage, or welcome to Pink's Garage if you've never been here before. Today is my first video that I've done other than a little quick short in a long while, and I'm ready to get back into it. So I finally have my garage set up a little bit because we just made the move, when I say just, like 7 months ago, from Washington State to Alabama. So big changes all around, and today we're doing a little bit of work on the 2-liter ecoboost engine for my Focus. It's sitting behind me here. Let me see if I can pan you down to it. And what we're doing is we're getting ready to do a little bit of valve cleaning. So I've already cleaned out 4 of the valves. I need to clean these 2 and then the 2 that are hidden right here because they're not fully closed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up and try and get this camera set to where you can sort of see what I'm doing, because looking down on these valves is really hard, because getting the light just right and getting the camera in there, it's kind of a pain. But we'll see what we can do. So I'm gonna get everything set up and we'll get started. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have to put some walnut into my blaster because it's empty right now. My blaster is just a basic one from Harbor Freight, but as you can see right down here, I've made some changes. So I switched from being the 1/4 inch setup stuff all the way to 1/2 inch. So you can see where it goes on the down spout into there's a 3/8 to a 1/2, but it's pretty open. But this valve right here gets much larger, and so it allows the flow to happen much easier, and I haven't had it clog since I changed it. The other thing, I'm making sure that I have the 24 grit walnut shell, not the 12 grit in there, because 12 is just too big for what I'm doing. So I got the funnel up and I'm about to load some of that in there. Try not to make a mess. I'll probably use this scoop just because it's a little easier. And this scoop is something that my son made for me way back in 2009 when he was living in Idaho. A little bit of paint work and stuff that he did. I've had it for a long time, and it's been used for a number of things. It was a pen holder for a while, and now it's a scoop. So, but as you can see, everything's set up here. Got my air line set up coming from over there. We've got air coming from way back in the back there, and I got a regulator on it. So the garage is a little different than my old one, but so far everything seems to be working. I'm not quite done with it yet. There's my wife's car, which we'll be getting started on the Barbie car here soon, because I got some parts to put in it as well. Because we had downgraded, unfortunately. But the Alabama sun is definitely destroying some stuff on it. So we're gonna clean it up and get rid of some of the things that are bad, but that'll be a later video. So back to this. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up, get it ready, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I got everything loaded up and I'm about to get started. Probably gonna play some music for this because this sound is gonna be horrible with the vacuum running and this thing running. But yeah, I may have to get this out of my way. I'm gonna have to move that. It's kind of in my way. I'm not gonna get a good sill. See if there's any water left in here. Might get some coming out. Thermostat in the thermostat housing. Okay. Let's see, the water passageways look nice. Okay. Will fit now. There we go. Got it on there. So, always remember to start the vacuum first. Once I let that fill up, I'm going to check my regulator. This regulator is crap. So I'm trying to keep it anywhere between 90 and 100 psi. Seems to work fairly well. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to open up the ball valve down here. Well, already open. So I've never closed it. So this valve's open to pressurize the tank. And now this. Okay, time for the vacuum again, where the noise comes in. Okay. Take a look. Okay, still got some stuff down in there. I'm gonna hit it one more time and then clean it out. Had some really sticky stuff down in there, so we had some stuff stick. So that's gonna be that. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit that again. Then I'll show you the next step after that. So now that I'm done with these 6, I have to prep these 2 last ones that were covered so that I wouldn't get any walnut down in them because they were open into the cylinders. So what I'm going to do now is I've got my ratchet there, my large ratchet on the crank. I'm going to look down in and watch until I see both valves close. So right now I can see them, and they are definitely not closed. Now I've got these other ones are now open. Those are closed. Those are closed. Now these two are closed. So now these are open. These two are closed. Now I'm gonna tape all 6 of the ones off that I'm already done with, because I don't need more walnut getting down in there. Then we will start with the other 2, which are in horrible shape. I may have to go get some alcohol to get this to stick. We'll see. Very squeaky stand right now. I don't need this in my way anymore. Wasn't needed, just as a precaution. If there was water. Okay. Good there. Before I'm done and put this thing back together, I'll clean all this up. Really nice, but a lot of these parts are getting, like, this is getting replaced. All the injectors are getting replaced. The injector rail will stay there, but the injectors themselves are all getting replaced. High pressure fuel pump's getting replaced. Water pump. I have a new one. I may not replace it if it's in as good a shape as it looks to be. So, got a new piece that goes over on this side that you can't see that's broken. It's where you hook up water lines. I can't think of the name of the part. This down here is getting replaced. I'm going to a radium style, and I'm supposed to be switching this or adding to this. I have part of a kit for a oil cooler. I'm just waiting on the last part to arrive. As soon as that gets here, I'll add that on too. This has just, been a long, drawn-out process. This engine was meant for my old Focus before it got in the accident, and now it's going in the new one, which is quite as nice. It's an ST3, but I actually threw my ST2 seats in it for they're lighter, and I'm more comfortable in them. So, well, let's get back to the work here. So I'm going to get these done, and we'll be back for the finish up. Okay, so now that's all done. You can see down in there, you'd see that they are pretty clean. See, we'll try it one last time with my flashlight here. See if we can get a view down in there. See that? See, I don't know if you can tell. It's wow, just trying to get this view. It's so hard. I can see the LED. So that's the valves. They are very clean now. Almost brand new clean. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with how the valves turned out. I did a much better job than I was expecting. I've got a little bit of cleanup to do down below me. I'm walking on a little bit of walnut shell. The tools I have help, but they in no way make it perfect. But it does help holding that on there than it does trying to just hold the vacuum up there. When I tried that, I made a huge mess. I will look for the parts that I used and for the vacuum connection and all that, and I'll throw them down in a link in the description if I can find them. It's been months since I bought it, so I don't know if I'll be able to find them. But I know there were, I think on eBay, they're pretty easy to find. You just look up the engine, because they make different ones for different engines so that they fit right. It's 3D printed. It's not perfect. It could be better, but it works. So I've seen some of the professional style ones. What they do is they have a thing that goes on the end of their vacuum that's rubberized, and they just hold it up there, and it's got a hole in it, so the wand goes down through the hole in the vacuum itself, or in the vacuum hose, and so I think you get a little bit less of a mess. This is totally doable inside the car. You just have to pull your intake off. You can do it inside your car. I'm doing this from outside my car because the engine is not in the car. This engine's getting not a build, just an update. I'm not doing anything internally. All the low end's going to stay the same, pistons, same rods. All I'm doing is exterior. I'm valve cleaning, upgrading injectors and fuel pump, and I'm gonna probably get a better fuel filter, and I might upgrade the fuel pump in the tank. As of right now, I don't think I need to because I'm not going for that much power. Down there is my turbo in a box that we will be mounting on this. There's a downpipe around here somewhere. I've got tons of parts to go on this car, and hopefully you'll be here for the journey of that. I should be showing most of it. Some of the stuff that I skipped when I did it on my old one. So if you want to stick around, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know when my next videos come out. And I'll see you on the next one.